Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain you completely about the Agile process and how you have to explain in the interview. Also, at the end, we are going to talk in this video. So, first of all, you need to understand what is Agile process. Some people may call it as Agile methodology. Some people may call it as Agile approach. So, everything is same. So, first, you need to understand the word Agile. So agile means it is a iterative process. So iterative process means you are going to do the same activity again and again. So iterative model means, for example, in the software development life cycle, you will have the phases like requirements, analysis, design, coding, testing, delivery, and maintenance. So what are you going to do? Whenever you get the requirements from the customer, you will analyze them, and then you will design, and then you will code it, and then you will test it, and then finally you will deliver it to the customer. So this process you will be continuing as part of iterations, that we call it as iterative model. So along with this iteration model, you are going to increment your delivery. So what does it mean? So incrementing the delivery means, for example, in classical models like waterfall model or V model, what is going to happen is your customer will give you, let us say, some 5 requirements he has given. So the 5 requirements are, in a banking application, there are certain features like logging into the application and then viewing the customer's summary, account summary, and then you are going to transfer the money from your bank to the same kind of bank, and your bank to another bank, and then log out of the application. Let's say these are the features available and which are required for your customer. So now what will happen? You are not going to develop everything in a single go. So what you are going to do, you are going to do them in a iterative model. So that means when you say incremental approach, so what you are going to do is you are going to deliver couple of items, for example login and log out. Along with that, you are going to have an option of view account summary functionality, and then you will deliver it to the customers. And then in the next iteration, what are you going to do is you are going to implement the feature which is transferring money from one account to another account. So this is called incrementing the functionality. So that is called incremental approach. So these two are together forms your agile approach. What does it mean now? So agile is a process of iterative and incremental approach. So now we will understand the purpose of agile. So basically what will happen, so in the agile process, your customer no need to wait till the entire application is going to be delivered by the team. So what happens? So your customer is able to access the application with a limited functionality, and also you will have a provision for you to incorporate any of the changes which comes in between. That means if at all customer wants to incorporate a new change in the requirements, so you will be able to incorporate them in the application. And also, as I said earlier, so you will be delivering the application in a faster manner with limited features based upon the priority from the customer. Some people may ask you in the interview, can you explain me about agile process advantages and disadvantages? So in that case, you can say that agile process is very faster. So what does it mean? That means you are going to deliver the software in a fast manner. And also what will happen, you will not wait until the entire software is ready. So what you're going to do, you're going to deliver the software in the incremental way. So incremental way means some features you will release in the first version, and then you are going to add those features as an enhancements for the next release. So like that, you will have an option to release the software's features one by one in the agile process. And also you will have very good communication between the team members, like your developers, testers, and all the other stakeholders like your product owner and scrum master. All these terminologies also we're going to discuss in further videos. All these people will have very good coordination, and they will be able to discuss and resolve the issues immediately. That's the reason this is a team which works in a collaborative manner. So that is what we can say the team collaboration and coordination is good in the agile methodology. And also your customer is not going to wait till the end of your entire software is ready. He can make use of the software, and he can make use of the software with the limited features available based upon the priority. So these are all the advantages when you talk about agile methodology. And also sometimes they may ask you about, can you tell me the disadvantage of agile model? Since the model is very fast approach model, where we will not have too much documentation. That means you will not have so many documentations like test planning. If it is testing, you will not have test plan document, and then you are not going to have a detailed information about the test cases and all. So what will happen? So they will be doing in a fast manner. That's the reason there is a lack of documentation work in the agile methodology. And also one more thing, so you are going to accept the new requirements or new changes to the existing requirements in the development process. So what will happen, your design may change frequently, which is one of the key factor, where if at all you have to redo everything, then it will be a rework for the entire team. That's the reason this is one of the disadvantage in agile model. So we will understand what is the difference between agile and scrum. So scrum, most of you might have heard. So we are working in a scrum team. So what is the difference between agile and scrum? So agile is a process, whereas scrum is a framework. So what does it mean? So agile sets the process, what would be the guidelines we need to follow. So that means your customer no need to wait till the software is ready. So that is one of the principle of your agile model. To do that, what we are going to do, we are going to do delivery of the software features in the incremental manner. So that is the second principle of agile. And the third one is, you can add or change the requirements at any point of time during your development also. So these are the principles of agile. So all these principles, if you have to follow, so the following these principles, and if you can build a software, that process we call it as scrum. So simply you can say scrum is a framework. So what scrum does? Scrum, it is a framework which will be used to develop the software by making use of the agile principles. Now we will understand what is a Scrum team. So Scrum team means, generally Scrum team will consist of a minimum 2 to 3 people, and then maximum of 9 to 10 people. So it will vary from organization to organization, but generally in any Scrum team you will have a particular roles, like there will be a product owner, and we call him as PO, and Scrum Master, SM, and then you will be having your development team members, and also you will be having your testing members. Let's understand the role of each and every individual. So first of all, product owner. So product owner is very important. He will directly interact with the customer and understand the requirements. So what he will do, he will have a regular interaction with the customer and understand what kind of product they want and what are all the features or requirements needs to be developed. All the requirements he will be gathering, so that requirements he will be listing down into one document. So that document we call it as product backlog. So product owner is the main guy who will get the requirement list from the customer and then prepare a document called product backlog. So all the requirements will be listed out, and also he will prioritize the requirements based upon the customer need. So prioritization means which functionality they want to be delivered first, which functionality they can deliver later. All these things will be decided by the product owner, and he will prioritize the requirements, and after that he is going to work with the team, and he will explain what exactly this requirement is all about. He will have an interaction with the all the team members, developers and testers, and he will conduct a meeting. That meeting we call it as requirement grooming. So that is the responsibility of the product owner. So once the team develops the software, so they will provide a demo. Based on the demo, he will accept or he may provide some comments as per the customer requirements, and then team has to incorporate those comments, and again they have to provide the requirement demo back. So once the product owner accepts the demo, then only the requirement is fulfilled. So this is how the product owner role works in the agile process. Now what will happen with the scrum master? Scrum Master is a guy who is a main person who will make sure the entire agile process is followed by the team members, and he works between your developers, testers and your product owner, and also sometimes your stakeholders as well, the customers as well. So any problem, any impediment comes in, your scrum master is responsible to resolve the issue. So he will reach out to the concerned team and set up a meeting and establish a connection between the two parties and make sure that the issue is resolved. That is the purpose of your scrum master. And developers and testers, they will be working as per the stories provided to them, and they will be delivering the software. So developers will develop the software and testing team will complete their testing. So these are all the activities and the individual responsibilities of product owner, scrum master and developers and then testers.